Welcome to another episode of Cuttin' Up, where sports and hip-hop meet on ESPN2. We're on the planet of Brooklyn today, coming to you from Level Barbershop in New York City. You know, today's guest, the Kansas City Chiefs, Dante Hall. You know they can't stop the boy. And then bad boy artist, Young City, a.k.a. Chopper.
Yeah.
And the one and only Mr. Reverend Al Sharpton. How you doing?
Good.
How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
All right, everybody aware of everybody? Everybody know about what everybody do? All right, we're gonna start with you, Dante. I'm gonna jump right out on the field, man. Like, you just out there just killing them. Like, you punt returns, kickoff returns. There's only a few of y'all that can do that.
Yeah, this year, man, you know, I was able to return 4 of them, and I look back throughout history and realized that it had been since '76 since someone did that. I did mine in 4 straight weeks, and people started to try to think I could do it every week. And I had to, like, you know, tell them, man, you know, look at history. History says what I've done. I'm fortunate, I'm blessed, but it's really, you know, a rare deal that someone was able to return 4. So this year was definitely a blessed year for me.
What do you think about when you out there? Like, do you be looking at them saying, like, they not fast as me?
Man, let me tell you something. If somebody tells you that they're thinking out there, they're totally lying.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's all about instincts on the football field. You can go out there, you know, and try to say you're going to do this, say you're going to do that, but once that ball gets in your hand, instincts take over. And
But you been doing, like, video game stuff. Like, I seen you run all the way to one side of the field, then run all the way to the other side of the field and figure out how to get away.
That's instincts. That's what I'm telling you. You think if I was in my right mind, that I would run to one side of the field and then run to the left? My instincts had me doing that.
But I know you ain't. Something in your body I gotta do something to get on I gotta get on Sports Center, man. I'm trying to do something crazy. Like, that's crazy what you do. You know what I mean?
That's my style, though. You know what I'm saying? That's my style.
I feel. What you think about that? You see?
I think that's good. Yeah, I watch him play. I think that what he's saying is important, because if you have enough self-confidence to follow your instincts, you can operate out of the box. I mean, most people, whether it's sports or entertainment, whatever you do, if you just do what somebody tells you, you'll never make history.
Exactly.
I think by you allowing yourself to be that free and be confident enough in yourself, that makes you do that.
You know what, too, with that said, that comes with preparation, too. It doesn't just happen out there on Sundays. I mean, I was thinking about it the other day in minicamp. We have a drill that I similarly kind of do some things like that to kind of give the guys on defense a look. And I never thought about it until the other day. I was like, wow, the little move I did last year, maybe it just came from preparing my guys in practice. I get out here on the field on Sundays, then boom, it naturally just takes place.
How many people on your team fast as you?
Actually, a lot of people don't know this. I'm probably not even the fastest guy on my team.
Well, it don't look like it. It sure don't look like it. I mean, you look like you faster than people on the other team. Not your team, I'm talking about the other boys. It just looked like you really was like, you too slow, don't even come close to me.
Well, you got your 40-yard speed to where they clock you, you know, and then you have your game day speed. As long as I'm fast on game day, I don't care about the 40 speed. So there's probably plenty of guys that run a 4.2, 4.3. I'm still 4.4, but on game day, I want to play 4.4. What happens on game day, the guys that run 4.2 run 4.5 on game day.
Why? Why do you think they can't do it?
I mean, you put on pads and helmets, and, you know, the materials that we wear weigh an extra 20 pounds.
Okay.
So during the week, or when you're getting clocked in the 40, you're not wearing those things. So you might be faster, you know, wearing just shorts and shoes. But you put those items on, and then you get out there and run. Maybe your body can't carry that stuff well. Me, I'm fortunate enough that when I put it on, I can pretty much stay at the same speed.
So let me ask you a question. You played Little League, I assume?
Actually, I did.
Oh, you did?
I was a basketball. I was all about basketball growing up.
Oh, okay, all right.
But my height stopped at 5'8".
So you good at basketball, that's what you're saying?
I used to be good.
Oh, okay, all right.
I beat him.
Chopper, you played Little League?
No, I most definitely played ball, though.
Oh, you played basketball?
Yeah, I most definitely played ball.
All right.
During my high school time, you did, you know.
Let me ask you, in your younger days, did you play Little League football?
I played a little basketball. Very little. But I like boxing. My thing was, my father was a boxer. I grew up when Muhammad Ali was the whole world, so everybody wanted to be Muhammad Ali then. Yeah. And then when he couldn't box because he stood up to the wall, then all of us got political. But boxing was my thing.
Oh, so that's really what made you go into political?
Yeah, I think Ali inspired a lot, and then Adam Clayton Powell, who was a congressman here. I went to high school early 70s, and everybody was involved in something. I mean, you either Black Panther or in SCLC or something. You couldn't get a date if you couldn't talk political to a girl. Because girls say, well, what rally you go to? Well, I'm going with rally you want to go to. Because that's the only way you can get a date.
Yeah.
And so that's what got me in. I lived at a time here in Brooklyn, everybody was into something. And then I really believed in it because I started seeing that we weren't treated the same as other people, and I just remained committed to that.
You know, nowadays, you can speak and guys are going to listen, people will listen. But what motivated you back then during a time when people really didn't care what we had to say as a people?
It's interesting, which is why, I like him so much. The guy that gave me that kind of courage wasn't in politics. In '74, a guy joined my youth group here in Brooklyn named Teddy Brown. I didn't even know him. He's 17, I was 17, and we was marching, doing things. About 6 months later, he got killed in a car accident, and his father was James Brown, the entertainer. His father adopted me like his son, and because my father left when I was real young. And the way James Brown would roll, I mean, we grew up in the record companies, and James Brown would roll with his posse. I'm talking about before we knew what it was. Didn't take nothing from nobody. That is what gave me the independence. And he'd always make sure I made money. He said, don't let nobody tell you what to do. You don't need no fun of it. I'll take care of it. So when I was out there starting, unlike a lot of guys, I didn't need to write a grant to a foundation and where if I say this, it's going to cut me off. I had James Brown. I say it the way I want to say it. I had to run and call him and say it. Get me out of jail, but I can say it.
You telling me you went from a friend of James Brown's son, right?
Yeah.
To become a James Brown manager.
Well, I didn't manage him. A lot of people say that. I never managed him.
Okay.
I was like his son.
All right.
But he would take me on the road, and he didn't trust a lot of people. He said, let Rev hold the money. Now, I know nothing about
the manager right there. If I get somebody my money, they got something to do.
You got all this magic, because I know H. But a lot of guys, the manager's guy who took your money.
Okay,
so,
that's true.
But his thing was he let me hold the money.
Okay.
And I didn't know that much about show business, but because I was there, and I was like, I met everybody, because everybody would come see James Brown. I mean, I met Michael and everybody, because they come to see Jay, and they had to see me. I'll give you an example. One day a guy came to me and said, I got an idea. I want to do a boxing match in Africa, but I can't get the money without James Brown. I give him $100 grand to do 3 songs. And in them days, 74, that's like $1 million. James Brown told me it was ridiculous. He can't do it. The guy's name is Don King. That's how he got started.
Yeah.
So now Don is all that. Don was just a guy coming by the dressing room 30 years ago. But that kind of independence, which is what they tried to stifle in the music industry, blacks having that kind of power, is what I grew up in. And because I was there with James, I never got away from that. It's hard for a guy, if I'm fighting a police brutality case or some other case, it's hard for a guy to tell me, Reverend, cool out, we can get y'all a job for 40, 50 grand a year, when we've been running around $500,000 in James' private jet. 50 grand a year? What are you talking about, man? We got 10 times that cash in the suitcase. What are you talking about? So that kind of gave me that kind of mindset because I was rolling with Brown like that.
Cuttin' Up, brought to you by the Barbershop 2 Special Edition DVD.